Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the DIY Wrestling Podcast. As you already know, I'm Gordon Maston, and tonight we are here for Great Balls of Fire. Good God. Good God. Oh my good God. Great Balls of Average. I'm sorry, no, I got that wrong. Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Average is the way they should probably be promoting it, because this show had it, like, just every match felt like, I'd say it felt TV-ish, TV-esque. Honestly, would probably be the right way to put that. Every match up until the final two, which were Braun Roman in the ambulance match and Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar, which even Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar, to an extent, was a disappointment because we expected it to go longer. Like, it didn't get much time. Although with Brock Lesnar, you have to have that sense of this could be a good match if, or this will be sweet if, or this has a good chance to be this if. All these ifs in this infinite circle of if. If the show was good, I'd be happy about it. I'd actually be happy about saying, oh, I'm glad I said at the end of the Lucha Underground review, I'd review this show. I'm there about, not about to do it. I don't know. First of all, I want to talk to you about something real quick. I feel like I'm about to be back in a place where I was months ago. I don't know. I just, like, when I had no motivation to do YouTube, which you guys seen that channel a bit, I feel like I'm probably about to be back in that place. And I'm trying right now not to be that guy. I'm trying not to put myself in that place. I've already dug myself a hole to even... It's a long story. If at all it becomes that way, I'll let you guys know before Wednesday and before the Lucha Underground review pops up. But you know what? We're moving on. We're talking about Great Balls of Fire, which is... They ran with it. We looked at this for months, and they finally ran with it. But you know what? Whatever. Here's what's about to happen. We're gonna get in the show. I'm gonna start with the pre-show first. And Akira Tozawa versus Neville was the first match of the pre-show. Honestly, I love Tozawa to death, but this is one of Neville's weaker defenses. Honestly, I don't know if it's because they didn't give him enough time, like they gave Neville and Aries time. I don't know what it is. It's just like this match just didn't pan out for me. It honestly didn't. I don't know what the issue to that was. I really don't. Neville wins with the, well, when he crushes, like, and this is just like, I don't understand how this works, right? So Tozawa hits his finisher, the move that's supposed to put Neville out, right? Now I can understand Neville rolling out the ring. That's good heel psychology. Not even heel psychology, just good psychology to protect yourself from getting pinned anyway and to protect the finisher in a sense, right? And like, yeah, they kind of protected Tozawa's finisher. Yeah, I that's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm down with that, right? But then you protect Tozawa's finisher and then like have like Tozawa get Neville back in the ring and then have Neville just completely take control from that point there. Like he just didn't get hit with the Giants flying senton at the top rope, which I honestly still think was a bad idea to change the finisher from the senton to the snap German, because the snap German into the bridge was beautiful. Like he doesn't even do that German anymore, which is just like Tozawa suplexes were one of the best things about him coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic, right? Like that's one of the best. Like that's one of the best assets he had in the moveset. Like the screaming was a good little touch. The tope suicida headbutts were cool. His headbutt in general was cool. The the fake punch where your guy covers up and then he just cracks you. That's cool. But Tozawa just fell flat in this match, and I honestly don't know. But I guess the good thing about this Titus brand thing is they actually have an investment in it. And Tozawa said later in the night he wanted a rematch, so maybe he'll push Neville into a rematch. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Although up next, like not even up next. My question is for after this, like they're gonna carry out the Tozawa Neville thing. Okay, where are we going from here? Because I know Tozawa Neville is not going to be, the Cruiserweight Championship match at WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is like 8 weeks away. Not even 8 weeks. I'm probably overdoing that, but probably about 4 or 5 weeks away from here. I know that's not the match you're doing. But hey, it is what it is. But anyways, We're gonna move on to the main show. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. When we talked about average, this match was just nothing but average. Ends with a Wyatt. I don't even remember. Was it like a Wyatt eye poke? Like Wyatt won dirty. Best way to really put it. Rollins didn't even get a chance to tease his wannabe great value Kmart brand Kenny Omega V Trigger. I mean, I watched. You know what? I'll say it because I don't even have any other avenues where I get a chance to say it. I watched Kenny Omega last week with the USG1 special. I mean, at the USG1 special day 1, and he about V-triggered, which is the knee that Rollins uses for anybody who doesn't know. He about V-triggered Michael Elgin about so many times. I thought I was scared Michael Elgin was gonna die. Okay, I had the fear that Michael Elgin was actually about to die. Kenny Omega just consistently V-trigger, V-trigger, V-trigger. Just good. Like, but this match was nothing special. I mean, honestly, the best part was probably when Wyatt DDT'd Rollins on the ring apron. It was just, all right, that happened. And then from there, I couldn't get into it. And I don't think anybody else could either because I was looking at Twitter, just like, oh, all right. But if this is going to carry up because Wyatt won dirty and it's the first match, usually Wyatt wins the first match out of the feud, and then whoever he's facing wins the next two. That's the Bray Wyatt formula to a T. I mean, and I like Seth Rollins. I really do like Rollins and Ambrose have been my 1A, 1B combo in the company for a while. But it's just like Rollins ain't doing anything, right? Like Rollins ain't doing anything. Like since he's turned babyface on Raw, he had the thing with Triple H, but Rollins ain't really been even doing anything. All right, so up next, we fast forward and move on here to what's the next match? My phone goes off. I apologize for that. We move on, and it's okay. Next match. I'm trying to really remember this here. I think this was okay. I'm gonna go off. I'm going to Google and get the card here, but I'm just gonna say Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys for the Raw Tag Team Championships. That's what we're gonna go with here. Sheamus and Cesaro, Raw Tag Team Championship match versus the Hardys. Actually, no, it was Big Cass versus Enzo. That's what this was. Big Cass versus Enzo. Enzo Amore came out and just cut a career-defining promo. Right? Like he based it off the song "Oh Blue Eyes" by Frank Sinatra because Enzo has the whole blue eyes thing right here on his shoulder, on his arm, the whole tattoo gimmick, and he started saying how he just basically brought up he's up today. You tried to put him down yesterday, stuff like that. I don't even want to say stuff like that because I feel like it kind of diminishes the value of the promo. You got to go back and watch this Enzo Amore promo because ever since Enzo has been cut from Big Cass, I feel like a fire has been lit under him to the point where he knows, I know where I'm gonna I know unless I sit here and just spit fire on a weekly basis, they're going to dump me further and further down the card to the point where I'm probably in the cruiserweight division, and that in and of itself is just scary. What else? I mean, other than this, the match comes this is just a little funny point I want to bring out, right? Like Big Cass, he has this new theme song, almost like this dubstep thing where he's like, worked for Blake and Murphy, got them championships. Why didn't it work for me? This man is so desperate to get gold because Enzo's been holding him back for so long that at this point he's just sitting here doing whatever he can. But no, that's not the funny point I'm bring up. When Big Cass came out, this man is so tall. They got the camera view so it's like when he came out. Say this is the Tron that says Big Cass on it, right? This entire spread out, and my head is right here. And in the middle of you don't have to do the whole Cass whole thing. It's kind of funny. Cass's head covered up the A in his name, and it just this a big oh god. Not the A. It was the C that covered up his head covered up. I'm sorry, not the A. And then it's just big ass. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's just my childish humor, but that's really funny, and it's like observant too if you realize like who else caught that honestly. Um, but honestly, this match is exactly what you'd expect it to be. Cass dominates Enzo. Enzo keeps fighting back, and just said Enzo not even fights back. He shows that he's not going to go down. He knows he's going to get beat up, but he's going to stand up to Cass, and that was what it was. I'll still get the Great Balls of Fire results because I still have to remember matches, and I'm not so good at that right now. So I got a lot on my mind, people. Give me 1 second here. All right. Internet's taking a second here. Okay. So, I might as well go into the Hardy Sheamus Cesaro next because it's taking a second. Okay. So this was an Iron Man match, a 30-minute Iron Man match. And honestly, coming into this, I'm thinking, this isn't really going to be much good. These guys, honestly, they can't make it, something special. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, 30 minutes exactly. And I mean, it had its moments, but otherwise, toward like the final 9 minutes of the match is where I feel like it started to kick up. The beginning of it was really clever with the whole Sheamus bro kicking Matt Hardy thing. That was really fun. But if you did notice at the end where Cesaro got that pinfall on Jeff Hardy, Jeff's shoulder was up. I was seeing pictures and gifs of that on Twitter. Jeff's shoulder was up. So I don't know. That's a thing they could play off of. Like, hey, you know what? We can earn another match. And if the referee would have noticed that my shoulder was up and I would hit that twist of fate a little earlier, maybe. But I don't want to say I highly doubt it, but they'll find some way. They'll just find some random way to put the Hardys back up against Sheamus and Cesaro, and that'll be what's happening. But honestly, once again, another average match. Like it was average. Up next was Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss. Another I'd call average match. Alexa Bliss loses by countout, retains the championship. But at the end of the match, Sasha Banks came out of nowhere with a meteor from near the announcer's area, and basically tried to break Alexa Bliss's neck in a sense. Okay. Is there anything else I really want to mention here? Oh yeah, and this is another thing with Alexa Bliss. Like, what I really don't realize is like she's good, but there's still a lot of room for improvement here. And some of us tend to forget that because I see people on a consistent basis on social media week by week. Alexa's so good. Alexa's the best performer, of the women in the company. Alexa's you guys got to realize her work rate and her match quality on a regular basis just are not that good. Alexa Bliss is an average wrestler at best, and this is not an era where you can just be average and get away with it because you're a good character. It's not going to work. Like Alexa Bliss, you go back and look at some of her matches. You look at how Sasha bumps, she's willing to kill herself. Like the bump she took off the apron and the bump she took on the I think it was on the floor tonight outside the ring. Sasha's willing to kill herself. Hey Sasha, want to jump off the Empire State Building? Is it going to get us the 5th star? Absolutely. Where's the Empire State Building? Whereas Alexa Bliss is just when someone makes contact with her and she bumps, it's not, you don't get much out of it. You just don't. Alexa Bliss just is not that good with her bumps. It's just as simple as that. But this was average match, honestly. Another one. Up next, we got The Miz versus Dean Ambrose. This match got a little over 10 minutes. Actually, to be precise, 11:20 to be exact. Ambrose loses this in typical Miz fashion. Did it with the help of the Miztourage and everything. Honestly, I like how I love Bo Dallas's new look. Can I just say, Bo's new look, he looks like he's a part of the Worldwide Underground or Lucha Underground with Johnny Mundo Taya, Jack Evans, PJ Black, and Ricky Mandel. He just looks like he's a Worldwide Underground member. And honestly, I believe he could fit. I really believe he could fit because we don't need fanboys in the Worldwide Underground. You could just replace Ricky Mandel, throw that loser with Miz. And that's no shot at Miz, I'm just saying. and throw Bo Dallas with the Worldwide Underground because he rocks a headband good. Like we just need need 1 week where Miz wears his sunglasses indoors. We need Bo Dallas to wear his sunglasses indoors, and then we can definitely tell if he's the perfect fit for the Worldwide Underground. But beside that, this match. I've seen this match about 7 times. I'm not saying it wasn't good. Honestly, another average match. I don't think these two have done anything that I haven't seen yet. Worked the knee, psychology spot. Dean Ambrose on the knee most of the match. Mr. getting involved. Ambrose basically, this is new. Ambrose got out the ring and just started abusing Axel and Dallas for the beginning of the portion of the match, and then just keeping up with Miz, and that was pretty much the match. They all get involved and hit Ambrose in the back, and Miz gets the win. Where Dean Ambrose goes from here, I have no clue. A little concerned about that. Where Miz goes from here, who knows? We'll figure these things out on Raw. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns was up next. Okay, yeah, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns is up next. Ambulance match. This is just a really physical match. My favorite spot, and not even spot, one of my favorite moments in this wasn't even the finish. It was when Roman Reigns was basically beating Braun Strowman with the chair, and then Strowman's like, "Come on, him, you son of a bitch!" And Strowman just swings. Roman swings the chair. Strowman takes from him and just abuses Roman. Seeing Roman Reigns getting chucked around by Braun Strowman is probably one of my favorite things ever in the world of ever. That being said, I feel like we can. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, we can fast forward here into the match. Roman Reigns ended up. I think it was Reigns put Strowman into the screen, and they started doing the whole fuzzy screen thing. They broke the wall. Roman Reigns with such force put Braun Strowman. Whatever. But we get to the finish. And Roman Reigns Superman punched Braun to the point where he fell, just I got to fall somewhere. I'm not going to fall on my back and avoid the ambulance. Falls onto the ambulance. Roman Reigns goes to spear him into the ambulance to close the doors. Misses completely. Braun shuts the doors, and that's it until Roman opens up the doors. And Braun has officially won the match. Let's just put it like that. Turns around, spears Braun, puts him in the ambulance, drives it backward into this 18-wheeler, and just completely almost kills Braun Strowman at this point. So, Kurt, I might as well mention it. Kurt Hawkins Heath Slater happens and we literally see about a good maybe 20 seconds of the match. They bring us backstage, and they call the EMTs, and they had to get the jaws of life. They had to get the jaws of life to open the side of the ambulance and take Braun Strowman out. Braun was stumbling; he could barely walk, but he basically got out under his own power. Eventually got up and stumbled and walked away without any medical attention whatsoever. And even though Roman did beat Braun and just run him backwards in an ambulance like that, and they had to make him look strong that way, Braun, honestly, shouts out. Because you got the win, and if rumors are correct, you're the one to face, you're facing Brock next. Or maybe, if they're cool, which usually they're not, we get Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns. Yeah, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns. I'm forgetting a name here. Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Okay, Joe Reigns, Lesnar. That's it. Oh, I'm stupid. Joe Reigns, Lesnar, Strowman. I'm sorry, guys. Has not in the game. We get that. But honestly, this match was probably no. This match is match of the night, honestly. There's nothing that really topped it. The main event is up next. Paul Heyman does his usual pay-per-view formal introduction for Brock Lesnar after JoJo introduces Samoa Joe. And then while Lesnar raises the championship like a valiant champion, Joe attacked him from behind, and then Uranagi's that man through the announce table. One-armed, just manhandles Brock Lesnar, puts him through the table. And then this match is basically Joe's only offensive maneuver. I think Joe popped up a couple of suplexes on Lesnar. But, Lesnar basically suplex city afterward when he got back into the match. Joe just went for I think he hit a couple of suplexes and a coquina clutch, or a couple of coquina clutches. And the thing is, if Brock could have got Joe, or if Joe could have got Brock down, and he got a fully locked in the coquina clutch, the story is basically Brock would have been done. Brock would have went to sleep. Joe would have basically won the match, because no one gets out of the coquina clutch when they're in the full dead-on position. There's no one. That's pretty much how that works. But you know, that's pretty much that. All right. So Brock eventually does get Joe in the F5, and that's it for the match. So overall, I mean, the match was, I think it fell short of expectation, but the only reason it fell short of expectation was because we did not, it wasn't longer, and it wasn't much that happened to it, but what did happen was pretty good. So, I mean, I can't really get mad about that, to be completely honest with you. So, I mean, overall, pretty good. I mean, pretty great show. I see there are people watching. If you do want to comment and you have something to say, I probably can, get back to you on that. Give it a couple minutes here. But you know what? I can just keep on going. I did think the show was nothing short of, average. A couple of good matches, honestly, that saved the show. If you have a match just full of average shows, if you have a pay-per-view just full of average matches, and then it just turns out to just be, nah, that's not a quality pay-per-view. It's just not. It really ain't. So, you know what? I guess that's that. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm gonna check if you have any comments here before I go, because I don't see anything popping up here. Nope. Okay. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Remember, if you did, leave a like on this video. If you already haven't subscribed, do not subscribe for more of that WWE goodness on the channel. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.